Imagine you wake up and walk outside, and everyone around you are zombies, and your only line of defense is a bunch of plants. Now you may be asking, Cheese, how can these plants possibly fend off a horde of zombies? Well, it's quite simple. These plantains have been genetically altered by the Chinese to have certain properties. Now imagine unknowingly planting a suspicious Asian sunflower to see it physically harness the unmatched power of the sun. Plants vs Zombies is a tower defense game, but not like that stupid monkey game. The zombies only travel in a straight path, no matter the odds. Their main goal is to eat your brains, and it's up to you to prevent that from happening. Gameplay. The concept is simple. At the beginning, you will only have two plants, the sunflower and the common pea shooter. Now, the main currency you'll need is sun power. It's the only way you can plant, well, plants. But the zombies are getting smarter and faster. Natural selection has made its way into the zombie community. After a couple stages, you will get different kinds of plants that will do different things, like the walnut. Its shell is very hard, so zombies will have a hard time eating it. Or cherries, much like my dad after drinking all day, will come home to beat the shit out of me and lock me in the attic. This isn't a joke, it's a call for you will meet your neighbor, Crazy Dave. He will occasionally give you some advice and refer to himself as crazy, but he's not entirely useless. He can also sell you upgrades to plants. For instance, instead of one sunflower producing one sun power, you could have twin sunflowers produce twice as much sun power. Zombies have just learned literature and will try to deceive you, or just taunt you with insults. But much like in real life, I already get these types of messages, so it doesn't affect me. Also, did you know that plants need to sleep and can't be planted at night? Hey, future Cheese here. It turns out plants don't need to sleep. You can actually plant plants at night. Who would have figured? Even though I thought you had to use the mushrooms the whole time, I guess I was wrong. But don't say I was spreading misinformation, because I vividly remember playing on the DS that you can, or whenever you place a plant, it would fall asleep. So technically, I'm not spreading misinformation. If anything, it's a Mandela effect. But do you know what can be planted at night? Agaricus bisporus can be planted at night. While not as strong as plants, they are cheap and affordable. Now you may be tired of the same formula of gameplay. That is why the absolute best developers also made minigames. My favorite of which are Vasebreaker and iZombie. If you're asking what are the other ones, I don't know. I've only played Vasebreaker and iZombie. Also, Plants vs Zombies has multiple levels: day, night, pool, nighttime pool, and roof. Visuals. The art style is great. What more could you really ask for? Wait, I know. Maybe a standard resolution. The only way you can play this game is in 1600 by 1200, but there's also window mode for the mentally inept. But even then, you too can learn to look past this resolution. You just gotta squint your eyes a little. It looks better this way. Soundtrack. Playing this game again, I didn't realize how many bangers there were. The soundtracks in the game are absolute classics, even the little jingle when you win. But if your favorite soundtracks aren't A Daytime in Front Yard, Pool Stage, and minigames, you were just wrong. I could listen to these when my parents argued about how my mom should have gotten an abortion and how I'm just some knockoff of another guy. Conclusion. Plants vs Zombies is a neat game. I rate it how many beers out of nostalgia goggles. It's a classic. It can't go wrong. But it did after EA acquired it. Just look at Plants vs Zombies 3. What the fuck is this? But yeah, more videos in the near future. Later.